So good afternoon.
Good evening.
What brings you in today?
Just wanted to get some things off my chest, kind of get some clarity on things.
Tell me more.
Well, I just graduated from school. I got my bachelor's in media communications, and I'm stuck. I don't know what to do next. It's just that limbo. Do I go back to school and continue schooling, or get a good job, or what do I do now?
So, what led you to get the degree in media communications?
It was an accident, actually. I first started school when I was a psych major, and we did a few case studies, and I realized that was a little too intense for me. And then I was speaking to one of my friends who also was pursuing media communications, and we talked it over, and things that she was telling me about, kind of jobs you can get. I was like, I'm into that too. So let me see what it's about. And as I did my research on it more, I was like, maybe this is what I want to do.
Okay. So when you went into that major, what jobs did you see yourself being in once you completed your degree?
At first, I was considering journalism. So blogging, doing writing for a complex magazine or BET, things like that. And then as I got more into it, I started to look at public relations. And then from there, seeing how big and broad public relations was when I was like, maybe that's my niche. That's where I'll fit in.
Okay. So have you had any opportunities working in that type of environment to prepare you for when you graduate?
I did do a few internships for 2 magazines. I worked with thenocturnal.com. And then I did a few things for Everything Girl Loves, which is ran by Yandy Smith, who's on Love and Hip Hop. And then I went on to work at PRC, which is a public relations firm it's a public relations firm in Manhattan that solely works on fashion PR. And then working there, I was there for 9 months and I loved it. And I figured out exactly what I wanted to do. It was just a matter of doing it.
Okay. So with those internships, did you network? Were you able to see if you could stay after graduation?
I did. I'm still really cool with a lot of the accounting execs that were working there that I worked under. I speak to my supervisor who is above me almost every week now. She's kind of like a mentor to me, but in terms of networking outside of that, nah, I haven't. I made my connections there through who I met by working with them, but outside of that, no.
So have you reached out to them as far as trying to secure employment now that you've graduated so you can kind of navigate?
I did. I spoke to one, and she told me that it would be best if I just continue to get my feet wet and try to do other things before I just full on go working as an account exec, because there's a few things that I need to work on and learn before I start doing that.
Tell me more about the things you need to work on.
So in terms of working in PR, you have to be very meticulous about everything. Time management, which I suck at, is a big thing. Deadlines. I was good on deadlines, but sometimes I'll have to go back and work on something and then send 2-3 different copies of the same thing that I wrote, but with different edits. So I have to be more. What's the word to use? I gotta really double check and proofread what I write, what I send, and that's really it. That, and then being high pace. And everything changes. You can have an account one day and then they take you off the account, put you on the next account the next day. So it's just that constant change. That's something that I had to work on. I wasn't used to.
Okay. So what are you doing right now that you're done with school?
Just working in retail. Well, Starbucks. Just working, trying to just figure out what to do next. Because PR is not my only passion. I do have a passion for hair.
Okay.
So doing hair is something I've always wanted to do, but being told by many people that it's not a real job was why I put it on the back burner, so I just did it as a hobby.
Okay.
But now that I'm out of school and I kind of do have more free time, it's I can go back and go to hair school and do that, or go into PR, and like that's the toss up right now. Is what am I gonna do with that?
Okay, so if you were to go back to trying to do hair, what does that look like as far as applying, courses?
I mean, I've looked at it all. The one school that I do want to go to is the Aveda School, which is down the block from where my PR internship was. I've looked into them. I've used the Aveda hair products, so I do know the company rather well. But I didn't know that they had an actual school. And then going into like doing the school and stuff like that, I've seen the school. I spoke to a few professors that are there, and they just didn't apply. When I applied, which I did yesterday,
That's great.
I applied yesterday. I did what I had to do with that. I'm just waiting to hear back and hear like when I should start, or just the process of what's next.
Okay, so if you do hear back, are you going to move? If you do hear back from the cosmetology school, are you going to move forward with going?
That's where I'm stuck. I don't know. I want to because it is a passion of mine, but I also don't want to risk me going into that wholeheartedly, and then a PR opportunity comes up, and then I would have to put that on the back burner, and then it's like, okay, so what do I do now? Being that I have this that I'm working towards, I don't really have it, and PR would be like right there. I wouldn't have to really work too much for it.
So how, when you say, going back to you saying that a PR opportunity could come, how is this opportunity going to come? Are you waiting for one, or have you spoken to someone about one?
I mean, I've been applying. I've been looking. I've been speaking to the people that I've met. I've been speaking to a few stylists that I know personally that, they work firsthand with PR reps. I've been working with them, speaking with them, and they always say, like, just hold on, like, hold out, like, something's going to come your way. I'm not just sitting and saying, like, oh, it's going to just pop up, but, like, if the opportunity does spring itself, it's more, like, if I do it. If I'm doing hair at the moment, should I stop doing hair to go pursue that? Or should I finish hair, and then that's going to always be there type thing.
Okay, so when you go to cosmetology school, let's say you accept the offer, what's the schedule like? Will you be able to balance both?
Probably not, honestly. Mm-hmm. Because the cosmetology school, the program at least that I want to get into, they have two options. They do have a night option as well as a day option. Mm-hmm. The day option being 9 to 5, Monday to Thursday. The night option being 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Monday to Friday. Mm-hmm. Their course, because it's such a accredited institute, that they're very strict. Mm-hmm. So any missing days or anything like that wouldn't be possible. I would actually get kicked out the program. Mm-hmm. And with PR, because things happen, everything changes so fast. Like that controlled structure of a day, I wouldn't be able to do it. Like, to do both, I wouldn't be able to, because you can spend early days, long nights,
right,
with PR versus hair schools like that.
So going back to you saying that people are telling you to hold off and to wait until you hear something, how long do you see yourself waiting before you make your next move?
I don't know. I'm really spontaneous. Mm-hmm. If I feel like I'm ready to do it right now, and this is what I want to do, I'm going to do it. Okay. I don't like waiting long. I hear it all the time, like, just wait. You can't just jump the spur of the moment. But it's like, if I don't, and I miss out, I'm going to be mad at myself.
Okay.
So, they say wait, but I could only wait but so long. Mm-hmm.
So in the meantime, are you happy at your place of employment now?
No. I mean, I like the people there, but aside from that working in retail working under someone who's working under someone who's working under someone. I can't do that no more.
Okay.
It's just that structure of I have to answer to someone who has to answer to someone who has to answer to someone else. Mm-hmm. It's like I feel like I'm down here in comparison to those who are up there. Mm-hmm. And it's annoying. I hate it.
Okay. And how long have you been with this job?
Next week makes a year.
So have you considered going to grad school in the meantime?
I did for a long time. Because I graduated back in December, and I had my grandmother who was like, just do it. Like, just do it. You might as well. You know, you feel like this is what's going to take you there. You might as well do it. I have aunts who's been telling me, just do it. Like, just go right ahead and do it. But I struggled a lot in undergrad. And it wasn't like the school was hard. It was more so that balancing school with work, with my family life, like balancing that, I couldn't really focus too much because I kept worrying about everybody else. So I struggled a lot with that. And then finally, when I was just like, you know, I gotta do it, gotta get over with, is really what like pushed me. So for me to go to grad school, I don't know. For me to go to grad school would be a lot because I don't have that like support. So like support really from those who it matters most. Like for me to go back to school or go to grad school, it would be a lot. Plus I have other goals that I feel like school you can always put on the back burner. You can always go back to school. Mm-hmm. There's no time for school. Like you can always go back. So that's the limbo that I'm at.
So, the other goals that you're speaking about, are those the cosmetology and the PR? Or is there more?
No, there's more.
Tell me more.
There's so much more. For me to go, like my main goal is I want to create like a youth program, like a mentor program for girls because I had that when I was in school. So I feel like with me going into PR, me going into cosmetology school, like those are just small things leading up to the bigger goal. That's always been it. My bigger goal has always been, why am I crying? Wow. My bigger goal has always been to be like a mentor for someone younger than me because I didn't have that. So to just be like that big sister to someone who doesn't have it, to be, you know, like someone that someone can go to, that's what it is. And I feel like with hair, little girls go into the hair salon every 2 weeks with their mom. That culture of being in the hair salon, as small as it is, it's a big thing. And there are some girls who don't have that resource. So I always felt as though what I wanted to do was open up a mentoring program for young girls to help them gain that confidence that they didn't have because the people aren't around them, to really, you know, just to give them a sense of direction. And even if it's something as small as making them feel good about how they look, that's what I always wanted. Why am I crying?
So,
Jesus.
You're saying that you didn't have that. So, only child?
No. I'm the oldest of my mom's 3 kids, and I'm number 4 of my dad's 13 kids.
13? Wow.
Yeah.
So, how's your relationship with all of your siblings?
I have no relationship with my older siblings, at all. We don't speak. We haven't spoke since a few months after our dad passed. I haven't spoken to none of my siblings. Just because I feel like the things they did with my dad and like our arrangements afterwards, like I didn't like it. They didn't give us a say. They really were just like, this is what we're doing, that's it. Versus asking me and my younger sister, who we share a father with, instead of asking us what we thought, they just went along with it and just was like, you know, this is what it is. My younger siblings, Well, my dad's kids, I'll say that. My dad's kids, like my youngest sister from my dad, I don't have a relationship with them, and I want to have one, but their mom isn't as open as we would like her to be. Which I get it. They're young. She doesn't want people in and out their life. You know, people that's going to be here for one day and then that's it. Mm-hmm. And the life that I live, I can't give them stability and structure as an older sister because I have my own life. Mm-hmm. So I reach out, I say happy birthday every birthday. On my dad's birthday, I call them to see how they're doing. But it's not like I see them. It's not like I have them for the weekend, you know, we hang out and stuff like that. It's just a phone call and that's it. And then my mom's kids, I live with them. So my little sister, my little brother, I'm with them every day. They're going to like have a last nerve, but they're my siblings, so what am I supposed to do?
Mm-hmm. So going back to you saying that you didn't have that mentoring relationship, do you feel like you provide that for your siblings that you live with?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Because I can't imagine not having that. Yeah. I mean, like, with my sister, me and my sister are a year and a half apart. So, everything that I went through, I don't want her to go through. So, I tell her, don't do this. Don't be like me because this is what's going to happen. Versus my little brother, he's way younger. He's way younger, so I can't really tell him what he should and shouldn't do just yet because he doesn't know it yet. But like little things I try to like instill in him. Small things that I know left an impact on me as a kid. That's really it.
So it seems like you got a lot on your plate, a lot on your mind.
My plate.
It's full.
It's rice, mac and cheese, collard greens, baked chicken, fried chicken, jerk chicken. It's a lot that I have, and it's my fault. I always put more just to see if I could handle it. That's really it. I know I can. I've made it this far, but it's also like I felt like I do it on my own. Like I don't have. Like I don't have, or I don't feel like I have many people to fall back on, and that's my own thing. So for me, it's like if I need help with something, I don't know how to ask for help. I've always been a do-it-yourself kind of person, so for me, I just don't like. If I don't know the answer to something, I'm gonna go figure it out myself. Okay. And then if someone asks me that question, I can give them that answer. Mm-hmm. My mom says all the time I don't know it all because I know it all, but it's because I have to find answers out for myself so that when people have the same question that I have, I can give them an answer instead of making them feel like how I felt when I was stuck. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to go about something, so I researched it and I saved people that 10 steps that I would do.
So you said that you have a lot on your plate and it's mostly because of you putting the stuff on the plate. So what do you feel like you can eliminate or take off so you can feel more underwhelmed than overwhelmed? Even if it's like the smallest thing, anything that'll make a difference to the weight of your plate.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. I really don't.
So tell me more about what's on your plate right at this moment.
School, work, my family, my future. Being a good friend. That. And that's really it. Like, it doesn't sound like a lot. Like, saying it a lot, it doesn't sound like a lot. But it really is a lot when you think of what goes into each thing. Mm-hmm. Like, work and career. That's work, career, my future. They're all in one. Family, Family and friends, they go hand in hand.
All right. Well, it was good seeing you. Come back next week.